Hello everyone, this is Wylam here. In today's video, I want to talk to you about my external video setup and how it's specifically designed to be very lightweight, but also to be very flexible. As you can see right here, I have this large lever. So if I go ahead and twist it, I can easily switch it around. I can move around the monitor very easily. And then with a quick tightening, it goes ahead and locks right in. So it's very flexible, but yet still remains very lightweight. Let's go ahead and talk about each of the accessories and then why I chose them. So let's go ahead and talk about each individual component. The first one we're going to talk about is the component that's actually going to attach to your DJI gimbal. Now DJI does actually make a component that will attach to their DJI gimbal, and it is very affordable, but I do prefer the SmallRigs brand one, mostly because I think it's a little bit more versatile. Specifically, the item that I want to look at, or the feature that I want, are these locating pins right here, because what it allows me to do is it allows me to lock the arm in place, and it makes sure that the arm doesn't move around. We'll talk about this a little bit more when we actually get to the Magic Arm itself, but this component here is very affordable, it's very lightweight, and of course there's plenty of versatility that's built into this design. One thing that I want to show you very quickly is that if you attach this on the left side of the DJI gimbal, you do want to attach it in this orientation, because if you don't, the lever to actually remove the battery, it's going to actually get caught at the top of this rung up here if you were to actually flip this upside down. Now if you were to install it on the other side, there will actually be no issues because there's nothing really blocking it, but on the left side you definitely want it in this orientation so that you can go ahead and use the locking pin. These locator pins will fit right in here, ensuring a good lock on it so that even if the screw comes a little bit loose, it will not go anywhere, it will not self-adjust itself. That's really a nice extra safety precaution for this particular setup. Now the next component that I want to talk about is the SmallRigs Magic Arm. The SmallRigs Magic Arm is definitely a very well designed arm system that is really flexible. The only thing that I don't really like about it is that it's really expensive. This particular one with the location pins costs $60, which I think is actually quite a bit more money than it should be. This should be more in the $30 range. So for anybody who's looking to save money, this would be the area that you want to save money at. But for my purposes, I did want to get the best one just to show you, and it's mostly for these locking pins right here, but this feature right here adds a lot of peace of mind, so it might be well worth paying for. But it's very easy to use. You can go ahead and loosen this, then all of a sudden both these joints on both sides can be easily moved around. It's a very nice unit. It is a bit bulky, as you can see, but overall I think this is one of the best units you can get out there right now. The next item to talk about is the actual LCD display, and what I would recommend here is to keep it small and lightweight. As you can see, I have the iCan's 3.5-inch LCD monitor. It's very small, it takes a very small battery, and really is very versatile. There's very little latency that you're going to get when you move around with your gimbal, which is something that's really important when you're looking for a display monitor. The only two monitors that I would recommend is the iCan's 3.5-inch, and the other one I would recommend is the SmallHD 5-inch, which is going to be significantly more expensive than this unit right here. The last piece of equipment to talk about is the actual HDMI cord, which a lot of people don't put a lot of thought into this, but this is actually very important, because what you want is you want a very lightweight and very flexible cable cord, and this is something that's super important on a gimbal, because when you plug this into the gimbal, you don't want it dragging on the gimbal. So picking the right cable is super important. So here is the name of the cable. I really do like this brand. I actually have 3 of these cables, and they've been working out really well for me. It is a little bit expensive, but I think it's well worth the price. So that was a quick rundown of this particular setup. Obviously, there are going to be plenty of other setups that you can do, but this is the particular one that I've selected for myself, and it's worked out really well for me. If you have really any questions about it, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be glad to help you out. But it has worked out really well for me. I've used it in a number of different ways, but keep in mind there are plenty of other setups that are going to be just as good. I'm just showing you one version of it. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.